Just hit the recording and then we continue. All right. So yesterday we started this grade analyzing system, and we did a bunch of methods. Even though it was quite difficult, I'm sure we got idea on how to load the students from the CSV file, how to load the courses, how to load the grades, then calculating class average. I don't know. Let me see. Calculating class average, that's what we did. So to calculate class average, our goal was to calculate the class average per course. So generally what we did was we went through all the grades and then grouped the grades by courses, and then we summed up all the grades per course and divided by the total number of occurrences to get the average. And that's what we were doing here according to class average. After doing that, we just looped through them and printed the class average. Then we had another tough method to get the top student. Now, I modified this part a little bit because we were doing yesterday and we had some faulty results. It's similar, like it's the same. So the goal for the top students was that for each course, because we had a bunch of grades, let me show you that. We had a bunch of grades, so many grades, 5,000 in numbers. We wanted to go through these grades, group them according to course. Then for each of those groups, we grab the one that has the best student. So let me see if I can preview this. Open preview. Let me filter this in ascending order. Ascending or descending? Let me see. Okay. Okay. Assuming that we had for the first course, these were all the grades for the first course right up to I don't know which where it ends. We see a bunch of grades there. So we wanted to go through, or we were going through all the courses, grouping them like this, and then picking out the best student, the student with the highest score per course. That was the use of the top student. Okay. So what we wanted to do is look through the grade, get the course ID, the student ID, and then compare their grades and update if we had the top student to be that particular student. So we created a dictionary here that is going to store the students per grade, the top students per grade. Then we look through the grades. Um, if we encounter a particular row that was not yet inside this our in the dictionary that we created, then we add that student or we add that row to the dictionary. If we encounter a row that was already inside, we check if the particular grade for that particular student is greater than the current one that was in our dictionary. Okay. Now, the only difference I did here was that I casted our data here, the grade. I casted the grade into a float. You could cast it into an integer because I wanted to do a comparison. And before, if you notice, when we ran this before, we were having 70, 99, 99, 99, something like that. I think so. So we had data like, let me see, we had data like this 99, 99, 99 because a comparison on this line was not the best. It was trying to compare a string to a string and it wasn't really given. So I had to cast this data comparing the grade, whether it's greater than the current grade that was there. I cast it into an integer or a float. If that is the case, then I update the top student to be that particular student. And then at the end, I've just printed a table of the top students. Let me share this. Let me rerun it again. So I have the class average and then I have the top students. So of course, all the courses have a student with a grade of 100. That's why you have all of this. For course T71, the best student is till 1643 with a score of 100, and so on and so forth. That is literally what we were doing here. Okay, just looping through the student, grouping them by courses, and then picking out the top student per course. That's what we did yesterday. And today we are supposed to be implementing one of the method. I think that was like almost the final method for this grade analysis, to get a report, to generate a report of literally the best student, the top student, all of those things combined. I sent you people a sample CSV file of the report. Let me see if I can have that CSV file. Uh, okay, so yeah, this is a sample CSV file of the report. Let me preview it. So you see, the first thing is, for each of the grade, we have to append whether the student passed or failed. That is what we have here. That's the first report that we are supposed to do. Loop through all the grades and append pass or fail to the column. And then we have the second report, that is additional statistics. Calculate the total number of students, total number of courses, total number of grades that were assigned, then the number of pass, the number of fail, percentage pass, percentage fail. And then we also have course statistics, where for the course statistics, we are bringing out the course name, the total number of students taking that course, and probably the total number of students who pass that course, the total number of students who fail that course. That's literally what this statistics is about. I mean, that's what we are supposed to do in the general report. So the first part we want to do is, we want to print a table. We want to print a table: student ID, student name, course ID, course name, and then the grade, and then whether the student passed or failed. So that of course we can filter this to get all the failed students. Don't worry, 54, 50, and so on is failed because um I initialized some pass score to be 60 instead of 50. So yeah, let me see. Okay, so that's what we have, and yeah, I would like us to do that. You people already had the CSV file, so you probably know what to do. So you people are going to be telling me exactly what to do. I guess Josiane is here. I think so. Josiane is here to tell us what to do. Hello, am I still audible? Yes, I guess. Hello.
Yes, so you can listen
Yes,
to it. The network is bad, and I can't really see your screen all the time.
Oh, sorry. Who cannot see my screen? Who else cannot see my screen? Hello.
yes, sir.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Favor, you cannot see my screen either.
Yes,
Okay.
I cannot see your screen.
Maybe you should refresh. I don't know. So who did work on this generate report, please? Who did work on it?
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Back to top student. Yesterday we had a problem because information was 99.
Yeah.
What did you change the group?
Okay, the only thing I changed was this casting here. That's what I was explaining. If you
Okay, sir.
notice, yeah, for your code, if you notice, you don't have this int in bracket. Okay, that's the only thing I
Okay.
changed. Of course, I changed it. I changed. Sorry, I changed the way I printed this one, but this is not supposed to be a problem. You can leave what was there before. It's still okay. Okay.
Okay, so thank you.
Yeah. So who did work on the next task? Josian, are you there? Were you able to do something?
17.
Good evening, Miss. Were you able to do anything on?
That is struggle. And struggle.
And nothing was showing.
So you really do the rest.
Uh, where's your supervisor?
Yes, sir. I'm still to get to her about this.
I did not say your mentor. I say your supervisor.
Ah, so who is my supervisor? Janice, please help me. Marilyn.
It's not me. I'm not talking about Marilyn though. Somebody said you're an intern.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Bright.
Yeah, where's she at?
I don't know why she's not coming.
Hope everything is well though. And Dorcas. Anyhow, let's just continue. They are intelligent students, so they can join later. Uh, okay. To generate the report, I'm going to create a function called let's see, generate report, and it's going to take in self. I thought I just disabled this thing. Okay. So what this generate report is supposed to do is that generate a report of general statistics about grades. Let's say pass or fail, and then total students, total courses, um, what else? Percentage pass, percentage fail, and more. Okay, and something in Python. When your comment is too long and you want to do a multi-line comment, probably you put it in a dog block format. You put three quotes. Is it three quotes? Three double quotes, and then whatever goes inside here is considered a comment as well. So let me do that. Okay, so there we go. Let me put it. Great. So that is what we want to do. Now, the first part is just to go through the grade and then detect whether a student passed or failed the course according to our CSV file. So I am going to be referencing this report, the CSV. We want to generate a new table that prints the student ID, the student's name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and then pass or fail, right? That is literally what we want to do. Um, so anybody has an idea on that particularly before I start bringing in my funny ideas? Nobody? Ah, if I've started again, you better please talk, Nico.
So we can use with open.
Okay. The thing is, for this one, we are no longer opening the CSV file because we are still within a grade analyzer class that had a constructor that has already opened all the files and converted them to a dictionary for us. So we are working with data that has already been loaded. Okay.
Okay.
So we might have to initialize some things. Probably initialize the number of students who passed and set it to zero. Initialize the number of students who failed and set it to zero. Initialize probably something like let me see what else can we initialize, because we will be looping through the entire grade. Okay, so while we loop through the entire grade, if we encounter a pass, we increment the pass count. If we encounter a fail, we increment the fail count. That's the first thing about that one. Then, of course, we can just get total number of students, total number of courses, total number of grades without having to do too much calculation. Um, let's just go ahead do it. Total students. How do I get the total number of students? Oh, sorry. When I'm currently on the VS Code, I will not be seeing what you people are saying. So instead of raising your hand, it would be nice to talk. Okay, somebody raise their hand.
Yes, yes, yes. I count. We first of all begin with defining what we consider as fail and pass.
Okay. Define what we mean by fail and pass.
Like the score that we consider as pass and the one that we consider as fail.
Okay, good. So pass is how many? 50 or what?
Yes, a 50 and above.
Okay, that one we can put it somewhere else, but let's just say um pass pass mark equal to 50, right? That's what we want, and then all of that. Yes, Josiane, please, if you raise your hand or you just feel free to talk, especially when I'm not talking. Can I go ahead?
What I wanted to say, no, it's okay. So I wanted to say,
Okay, students count. I'll count the total number of students. Come on, I thought I disabled this thing now. Wait. Somebody should tell me how I rotated this thing. Okay, Gemini, Codemium. So, like I was saying, we'll count the total number of students and put it in student count. So, total students. How do I get a total number of items in a dictionary? Because we already have served the students here that will be loaded. So, how do I count the total number of items in this serve the students? Please.
um,
We
so
use we use the length function, please.
yes, in
So
bracket Z.
okay, so self dot students, because that's what we want to count. The dictionary that we want to count is the students dictionary. That's how we get the total number of students, same as the total number of courses. So total courses is equal to the length self dot courses and the total number of grades. Total grades is equal to len self dot grades, like that. So this is one part of the report where we are calculating the total number of students who even had grades. We calculate the total number of courses and we calculate the total number of grades that were assigned per these students. That's the first thing that we have. Then we can now initialize some variables to store the total number of students who passed, because for now we don't yet know, and the total number of students who failed, because we don't know yet. So we can say pass count equal to 0 and fail count equal to 0. These are just some initializations, okay? And then let me see. What else can we do here? Now, within our generate report, we'll also be generating a report of the statistics for courses. So we might literally want to initialize the course statistics and set it to some initial values. So probably I'm going to initialize an empty dictionary to store the statistics for a particular course. Okay. So I'm going to do that with a certain course stats and set it to a dictionary that will store the total number of students for that course, the total number of students who passed for that course, the total number of students who failed for that course, okay, for each of the course. So I'm going to say course ID, and then let me see, it's going to be total students. Let me see. Set the total students to 0 for that course initially. We also have the pass count, we have the failed count, and that is going to be per course. So this is some sort of a dictionary comprehension. I don't know if you people did this one, where I am doing that for each of the courses. That's why I have for course ID in self.courses. It's going to initialize some values for me. By the way, um let me just print this for now, course stats, and you see what is there. So I'm going to say analyzer course generate report, and I'm going to run this. And Python analyzer.py. This is a dictionary for all the courses. It sets, how do I make this to be readable though? Let me just say for course start in course stats, print course stats, and then let me just use the print that people usually do so that I have the data in clean format. I want to show you people what it looks like. Let me see. For course start in course stats. This is, so instead going to print courses for the IDs first. But now for each of these courses, it's going to initialize that the total number of students for that courses is 0, pass count is 0, fail count is 0, and so on. That is how this data will be structured. That's an initialization. Then once we start looping through the courses, we are going to be uploading those values. Please give me 1 second. Should I say 1 second or 1 minute? Okay, sorry, I'm back. Yeah, so that was the initialization. We just initialize this. All of these things are initialized so that when we are doing that loop, we can be updating all at the same time. Then at the end, we'll just print a whole statistics. Okay, so I was just doing this so that you see. I'm going to remove this for now. So that's what the call start is going to do for us. Then we want to also initialize, let me see, the report data itself. Now, what will report data do? Report data is going to print the report like this. Okay, just print the report like this. Uh, Student ID, student name, course ID, course name, the grade, and then a pass or the fail. That's what the report data is going to do. So I'm going to initialize it and also set it to some default value. So I'm going to say that, okay, report data is equal to, I'm going to put it to be a list of list instead, because this one we don't need dictionary, it's just some values. So I'm going to put it as a list of lists that will have what? The student ID, the name, then we have the course ID. We don't need H here. The course ID, we have the course name, the grade, and then we have finally the pass or fail, or let's just call it remark, something like that. And that's it. So this is just an initialization. Okay, what we have done here, we are just initializing some values. It doesn't have anything yet. Why does this have, it's not closed? This guy is closed, right? Yeah. So these are just some initializations. We haven't started doing any logic yet. Now let us go to the logic. I'm going to now loop through the grades and then update first the report data, because when I loop through the grade, I have to pick the student that has that grade, pick the student ID, pick the student name, then the particular course, the course name, and then the grade. Then I do a comparison whether that particular student's grade is greater than or equal to 50. If it is greater than 50, pass. If it is less than 50, fail. That is what we want to do. So I'm just going to do that for grade in self.grades. We want to loop through the grades dictionary, because that is literally what is having more of the information. So if I pick this particular student ID, I can now open the students file and look for the name based on that ID. Okay, that's literally why I have to loop back through the grades, because the grade connects the student and the courses. Because if I pick this course ID as well, I can go to the courses CSV file and look for the course name that has that particular course ID. That is my choice. That is why I choose to loop it through the grades. Okay, now that we have that, what do we want to do? We will extract the course ID and the student ID. So student ID is equal to that grade at the index of that student ID. So student ID, and I'll also extract the course ID to be equal to grade at course ID. And then what else can we get? We can get the student name. How? We can say student, oh no, what just happened? My VS Code just closed unexpectedly, and I don't know why. Let me know if you can still hear me though. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Uh, okay, let's just continue. Okay, so I was saying that after initializing all of these values, the reason I'm initializing all of this is for me to store the general statistics that I'm looking for. Okay, then now I want to be populating these values that I've initialized here by looping through the great dictionary. So that is what I have. Extract on looping through the grade, I get the student ID because the grades file has what? The student ID, the course ID, and the grade. And when I get a student ID, it means that I can go to the students table and get that particular student that is having that ID. That's exactly what I want to do here right now. So get the student ID, get the course ID. Then for the student name, I am going to set it to be, now I'm going to call the students dictionary for that particular student ID. So self dot students at index of that particular student ID, this one that we initialized here, and then we can now get the name from that student. So probably name. That's how we'll be able to get the student. Why is this like this? That's how we are going to be able to get the student's name. We will grab the student ID from the courses or from the grades, and then we open the student's dictionary, look for that student ID, and then capture the name of that student. That's what we have done here. The same thing for the course name. So we say course name will be equal to self dot courses at index of that course ID at index of the name. Okay, this is I want to call it indexing. Maybe I hope you people did not neglect that one when you people were being taught, because this is you literally trying to use it right now. That's how I'll get the course name. And then to know whether it is a pass or fail, so I can just say pass or fail. How do I know whether it is pass or fail? I'll say, okay, it's going to be pass if what? The grade at index of grade is greater than our pass mark. So I can just put it greater than or equal to our pass mark. Pass mark like that. Else fail. Now this is also another, I don't know. So this could literally be like if grade at grade is greater than pass mark, we say okay, pass mark is equal to, or pass fail is equal to pass, else pass fail is equal to fail. So this line here is equal to this one that I just did here. So whichever you choose to take, it's okay. Okay. So I don't know which one I should take. I'm just going to go with the one line, but I've showed you people how you could do it. So with that, you could literally, now we have the pass fail. That means that for each of the grade, you have now detected whether it is a pass or a fail by checking if the grade is greater than the pass mark. So you could literally cast this into an int to make sure that it doesn't cause any issue. All right, just cast it into an integer or a float or whatever you think, depending on how the grade is. Good. Then after checking that, we can now check If it is a pass or a fail, we add the count because we had some storage here to store whether it was a pass or a fail. So I could literally say that, okay, if pass fail is equal to pass, then we have the pass count, we increment it by 1. Okay, let me call this double equal to. So if it was a pass, we increment the pass by 1, else we increment the fail by 1. Fail count plus equal to 1, like that. So now we have another statistics generated. We already had the total number of students, total number of courses, total grades. We now have the pass count and the fail count by just checking whether a particular grade was greater than or equal to 50, we set it to pass and then we increment the pass count. If it was less than 50, we set it to fail and we increment the fail count. That's literally it for the pass fail. Now, the next thing that we want to do is we want to, let me see. After checking that, what else? We have the course stats. Uh, did you define any course stats here? Okay, course stats. We'll just append that particular statistics for that grade to the course stat. So that is similar to saying that if you get lost anywhere, just cut me, please. Feel free to cut me. So we'll say course stats at index of that, because look at the way the course stat is student course ID and then that particular statistics for the course. That's what I want to do here. So course stat at index of course ID. Let me see. So according to our course stat, there is something it is storing: total students, pass count, fail count. That is what we want to do. So probably inside here, after incrementing the pass count, we can probably say course stats at index of that particular course ID, and then we can say probably pass count plus equal to 1. So we increment the pass count for that particular course. It's part of the statistics. Else we also do the same, fail count plus equal to 1 here. Course stats, index of course ID, probably at call it fail count plus equal to 1, something like that. So I'm put this in quotes. Yeah. So I am looping through this and I'm trying to generate all the statistics. Okay, I'm getting the information for student, course, student name, course name, and I'm also trying to populate the course statistics, because for a particular course ID, we want to get the total number of students for that course, the total number of students who passed, the total number of students who failed. Okay, and the same thing for the report data. But for the report data, I'll just be appending. So probably after checking this, what do I need to do? I'll skip out of that loop. That's what I needed to do in that loop. Pass count and fail count. Out of that loop, I'll just literally call stats course ID. Do I have total students? Nope. Let's see. Okay, total students plus equal to I'll also update the total number of students in each. After looping through for each of the grade, I'm going to add the total student for that particular course. That's it. So that's what I'm doing on this line. Let's see. And then I'll append now the data to the report data because I also had report data here, which is supposed to be a list of lists. So report data dot append. We will have, according to our report data, we have the student ID, the name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and the remarks. So that's what we are going to be appending here. Probably so we'll have the student's ID. We'll also have the student's name, and then we'll also have the course ID. We have the course name, and we have the what do we have there? The grade. So we have the grade at grade, and then we have the pass or fail, which is detected here, whether the student passed or failed that course. So at the end of each, you have a report data that is having full details like this. For each of the students, we have the student ID, the name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and the remark, whether the student passed or failed. And then the course stats will also have a certain total number of students for that course, total number of students who failed, and total number of students who passed for that particular course. So you see, this method is only going down. We are still going. Uh, what else do I need? I think I'm done with that statistics. So literally what I might want to do, let's just call it additional statistics. And we are going to just pass that general statistics inside. Probably what is the general statistics? The total number of students who failed, or total number of students, total students is total students, I guess, which is, did I have total students somewhere? I think I had total students here. Sorry, this has to be within the function. Yeah. What am I missing? Additional stat is not defined. Okay, additional stat is equal to. I hope I'm not talking to myself though. Let me come and make sure that people are still in the call. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello, was. Josiane. Hi, Marie. Hi, Favor. Hi, Shu. Indicate by show of hand whether you're already sleeping. If you're sleeping, I'll end the call.
I'm not sleeping.
Okay. Josiane, where are you? Megan, are you there? Hmm. Hmm. Is that how bad it is? Okay. Let me just wrap up and see if I can finish up with this method. So this is the additional stats. It's probably, I'm just structuring it. We have already done the statistics up here. Okay. So I'm just trying to structure it here. We have total students. We'll probably also have total courses, and that is going to be total courses that we already calculated here. Same for total grades, which is total grade that we already calculated. Then the pass count as well. Do we have pass count? Yes, we have pass count here. So you notice when we're looping through the grade, if we detected a pass, we increment the pass count. If we detected a fail, we increment the fail count. That's what we are going to do here. So pass count is equal to pass count, fail count is equal to fail count. Then we will now have another part for percentage pass. Percentage pass. Now, how are we going to get percentage pass? How do we calculate percentage pass? Maths. Janice,
So you take number of students
come again.
all over total number of students
Okay. Number of students who
times
pass.
100.
Yeah, number of students who pass divided by total number of students times 100. So we
Yeah.
have pass count, right? We already have pass count divided by total grade is the total number of grades that were assigned. Uh, Total grades times 100, and then I'm going to just put it in two decimal places. Two 2f, I guess. But probably that one will, if we have to put this, then it has to be as a formatted string. So let me just put f like that and then close it here like this. Will this work? Yeah. So pass count divided by total grades times 100%. That's the total number of students who pass. Total number of students who failed is going to be the same. Fail count divided by total grades times 100. So fail count, sorry, percentage fail. And we have that. Okay, so this is some statistics that we have generated from those grades. So the hard part is being able to figure out how you are going to get the total students who pass, how you are going to get the course statistics, because we also want to get statistics per course. Okay, for the statistics per course, it's just that course according to the course stats. We have that particular course, the total number of students who took that course, the total number of students who passed, the total number of students who failed, and all of that we have been trying to get them here. This is literally us trying to get them here. So yeah, so that's the statistics, and I think we can just go ahead and print that out. Now, to print this out, you can print it out with your normal print statement, but now let's introduce the third thing here, introducing a module that can be used to print something in a tabular format. There is a module called tabulate, like this. This particular module, you import it, and if you do not have that, you install it. So probably if you do not have that installed, then on your terminal, you do pip install tabulate. Okay, make sure you are online. When you download Python, I think Python comes with pip, I guess. So can somebody try that? Let me know if that works first. Just type pip install tabulate and let me know if you have an error, if you are connected. Janice, are you with your computer?
Yes,
Janice,
sir.
yeah, just try to type pip install tabulate. Let me know. Marilyn, you can do same. Is that working out? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Any error?
I did it. No, I don't have an error.
Okay, it means it installed, right? Marilyn, are you able to? Mary.
Uh, I don't have it.
Okay,
I
I said
say something no, not sounds.
you type this pip install tabulate. Have you done that?
Yeah,
And what do you get? Pip not found. You don't have pip install. Is that what it said? Module.
ici le terme PIP n'est pas reconnu comme tablette de commande fonction, fichier
Okay.
de script ou programme exécutable.
Okay. So I'm going to send you this how.
Objet not found, something like that.
Yeah, I got you. So you probably have to install pip for Windows. Um, so let me see. Installation procedure. Okay. On let me see. Windows supported methods. Alternative method. So you want to type Python down. No, this is not what I'm looking for, but that is it. Ensure pip. So there are two mechanisms to install pip directly. So you can do this. So run this command on your Python on your terminal.
Okay.
Yeah, py-m or python-m. So any of them. Python-m ensure pip dash dash upgrade. Or you can literally just go to or you can literally just go to the document to the pip itself and install. I mean, you go and download this file and run it on your computer. But that command on terminal, if you have internet connection, you should be able to go. Okay.
Can
This
you send me it by WhatsApp?
okay, sure. Let me do that. Yeah, check. General. Okay, so this is something you are supposed to have because it's the package manager. If you want to use any package that is not yet installed on your PC, you have to use pip to install that package. Okay, so it is necessary. So that is the generate report. So I wanted to use the tabulate. That's why I want you people to have tabulate in your computers. So after doing that, I'll make sure that I import that library at the top of my script. So I'll say from tabulate import tabulate like that. Okay. After doing this, now I can come here and try to use the tabulate to tabulate my data or to display my data on tabular form. Okay. So that's what I want. So I'll just go ahead here, tabulate. I'm going to call this and then pass in what I want. So probably let Let me see. Tabulate. What does it take again? Takes in the tabular data that I want, and then the headers. Okay, so these are the two most important things: the data that I want to tabulate, and then the headers. So I'm going to pass in the report data, this report data here. That's what I want to print. This, let me see, this one. I want to print it in this tabular format. So the report data, and then for the headers, what are the headers? In my grades.py, or in, I initialize something here, the report data. I initialize the first row already. This is going to be the headers. So I'll just say first row of the report data. So I can just come here now and say headers is equal to first row. So it's going to pick the first row of my data. Note that I used append here. That means it will come to this list, this report data, and just be adding data to what already exists. So if it is adding to what already exists, that means what? This first one will be there. That is why I'm mentioning that the headers is going to be the first row. Okay, that's what this does. And then the format, the form in which I want to tabulate, I'll use the grid system so that you have how they call it, uh, table borders. Yeah, so I can say table format to be grid, like that. So this is going to tabulate the data, but for me to actually see it, I have to put it in a print statement. So print tabulate this, something like that. Now everything being equal, that is going to first of all tabulate my data. I'm going to just try to run that and see. Exit, exit, exit. Come on. So Python grid analyzer.py. Let me see the error. No such file directory. Oh, cd SMS services. Let's start fixing errors. Invalid index for report data. I'm going to come to this. They told me invalid index. I have two commas here. That's the problem. So try it again. And then I have list indices must be integer slices, not tuple. Field count. Where is that? Line 108. Let me see. How did I do the field count here? Okay. Pass count plus equal to 1. Field count plus equal to 1. Is that what I have here? Pass count, field count. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to debug this particular error. We're having an error here. Field count 0. Okay. Course start at index of course ID. Index of field count. Move this. Put it in double quotes and see. Uh, Marilyn, have you installed it? Okay. List type error. List indices must be integers or slices, not tuple. Okay, probably this float. Let me remove the casting and see. Pass fail. Great. Int. Come on. Now is error fixing, huh? Okay. Integer. Okay. Same line 108. Please let me just comment this right now for now, and then we continue and see. Okay, so I have data of this format. So you notice we have a list of students. Let me see. Clear. So we have to literally have a list of data. We have the student ID, the student name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and whether pass or failed. I am literally seeing the pass everywhere. I don't know. Okay, yeah. According to my data, I think I might need to regenerate this data. I don't have any data here. I don't have any grade that is less than 50. So I might have to regenerate it. Let me see. Gen.py grade between. Okay, so you see my grade that was being generated was between 50 and 100. So my data will not have a field. So I'm going to put between 20 and 100. And then I'm going to try to redo that. Python gen.py. Okay, I've regenerated the data and I'm going to rerun it now and see. Python grade analyzer py, and there we go. So you probably will have a list of passed or fail here. So 90 is pass and 39 is fail. Where is it even coming from according to our code? If you go to the code, this is where the report data is coming from. We initialize something called report data. Okay. Then we run through the grades. If we encounter a failed mark or something, we increment the fail count. If we encounter a pass, we increment the pass count. But now for the report data, look at what is happening. We append the student ID, the student name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and the pass or fail. Where is the pass or fail coming from? The pass or fail is coming from this one here. Pass if the grade is greater than the pass mark, else fail. That is why you are now having this data down here. That's the use. I mean, you see how you've transformed, please mute. You see how you've transformed three CSV file into one table. Okay, you transform three CSV file into one table, the grades, the courses, and the students. You have the student information, you have the grade information, you have the grade itself, and then you have the remark, whether it's a pass or fail. So that is the first part of generating the statistics or something. That's what you have. I probably want to print this and see something. Print pass count because I don't understand why this thing is. Okay, so actually, pass count is 341. Then why is this saying that? Okay, let me see this. Okay, we also have failed count. Let me print failed count and see. Okay, so we also have failed count here. And God, what am I doing? Clear. Okay, so it's probably coming from the failed count. Why? Failed count divided by total grade. Has somebody noticed any error here? Lynn, do you see any error? 108. Oh, sorry. Damn, it was a missing comma. Alright, so there we go. We do this and no longer the error. So I'm going to comment this line. And there we have our statistics that generate the table. So let us now print this one as well. Okay, let's now print this one, which is still going to be some sort of, I don't know if it should be a table or something. Let me also print tabulate, and this one is going to take what should we have, additional stats, because the additional stat is also the list. Now let me show you how that will look. Okay, so this is the additional statistics. Total students 500, total courses 10, total grades 5,000, pass count this, fail count this, percentage pass, percentage fail. That is literally what this one is doing here. So we've dealt with the general statistics. We've dealt with the students statistics that print the students pass or fail. The last statistics that we want to print now is probably the course statistics. Okay, probably um, course, the total students, the pass count, the fail count. That's what we want to do now. That's the last thing. We're almost done. And then you can go now ask questions if you have. So I'm going to do the same thing similar to the one. And please, if you are not muted, you should mute. Hello, Marilyn. Can you mute? Okay, it's okay. Uh, so I'm also going to make the data for uh, core statistics to be similar to this, a list of lists, so that I can use tabulate to print it out. So am I going to do that? I'm just going to come down here and say, okay, course stats data is equal to an empty list that is going to have the first item to be the course ID, the course name, the total student, the pass count, and the fail count, exactly according to this one here. Okay, course ID, total students, pass count, fail count. So I'm initializing a header for that. And then I'm going to loop through my data and have that stuff. So I'm going to say for course ID, comma, stats in uh, courses stats dot items, because we have a courses stat somewhere here. This one. I'm going to call it course stats, not courses. Okay, that's what we have. I'm going to go ahead and extract the course name, the course ID, the course name, total students, and all of that. And that's pretty simple. Course name is equal to self.courses at index of that particular course ID. So course ID, and then we'll extract the name. Then we also have the course stats. I think, do we need the course stat? Let's just say course stats data dot append, and then we'll have now a list of what? The course ID, the course name, the stats of the total students, the total pass, and the fail count. All of this data already existed up here. We've been appending that ever since. See this one, and this one. That is literally what we are trying to append here. Okay. And then finally, now that we have that, we can just say we can now just call the tabulate to tabulate the call stats with the header to be the first row, and then the table format to be grid. The same thing that we've done to the other ones. So if I were to run this again, I want you to take note but of the last one down. So now you see a particular course ID, course name, total students, pass count, fail count. I see, okay, for a HIST 69, that is the course ID, there were a total of 500 students. The total students who passed were 294. Total who failed was 206. So it is same for all. At the end, we now have a fully generated statistics for. See, one method has been able to do all of this stuff. I know the method was really long, like very long. Like how many lines? From 74 to 127. That's a whole lot of lines of code that could be extracted. Okay. So now, Marilyn, talk, let me hear.
Yeah?
Talk, let me hear.
Let just
Let me
what do you wanna hear?
uh I don't know.
It
But
was too long.
yeah, it was too long, I know, but yeah, it was worth it. Unless you are trying to see the analysis, how analysis is supposed to be done. This thing does, it's not just something you just sit and then just write code. You have to literally sit and think and think and think to be able to bring up something. Okay. This is unlike the function that will say define the function that will print two numbers. This is more than that. This is where analysis really comes up. You have to sit, take a look at the problem, know exactly what is expected of the problem, define a set of routes or a set of procedures that you are going to use. Okay. It's like now you have to start thinking about algorithms and all of that. But yes, you see, just one method has been able to generate data that if you were to look through these files, like you will not even know exactly how to start. Or you probably take a calculator and start punching one after the other, and then after that, you start grouping the student one after the other. But we have written one function, and the function has been able to generate the data that we've been looking for. Okay. Now, probably the last thing you might want to do. Now, I am not going to do this one. We'll probably end somewhere here. I want you people to use this same method The method has already been done. I want you people to extract this data and export it to a CSV file to look like this. Okay. For now, if you notice, we just printed out that data. Like it has printed something that is here. If you take a look at this CSV file, you see it's the same thing. At the end, you have additional statistics, which is what we have here. This is the additional statistics like this, which is what we have here. Then we also have course statistics, which is now the next one that we have here. The course ID, the course name, the total students, the total pass, and the total fail. That is it here. So I want you people to use this same method that we've done, and then complete this one here. I'm going to call it def export to, or let me say export report self, and I'm going to just call it pass. So with this one, let me just give a dog block here. Export the report to a CSV file. That's literally what you want to do. So you probably have to modify this one after printing. Maybe you just say return, probably what do you want to return? A list of the report data, the additional stat, and the core stat, so that here you just call the function and say that okay, stats is equal to self dot generate report, and then after doing that you can now export it. Okay, so I'm just going to not complete the method, export this data to a CSV file. That's what we have. Yeah, and then you probably want to come and call analyzer dot export report like that. So that's what I have. Feel free if you have anything to ask. Janice, are you still there? Even? Oh, you have slept.
Yes.
So how many people have slept? Let's see. Dear, you're welcome. You usually just appear and disappear, or it's only weekends that are possible for you. Oh, don't tell me you joined and you're sleeping. Janice,
Yes, sir.
you see what you signed up for?
Yes. She is still up.
Yeah, sure, is still up. Sure, sure. How far?
Even Joseph.
Yeah, I'm lost as usual, but yeah, I have a question from yesterday's class.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. So there was a certain line code. This next in bracket reader.
Yeah.
From what I understood, this code is supposed to skip a particular row or letter or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will now record like the index now will start from 1 because they are skipped like 0.
Yeah.
Okay, but now in the one that is in load grade,
Mm-hmm.
we see that we use the method, but then our index started grade still started from 0.
Uh-huh.
So I
Okay.
don't know if that's okay.
Okay. So let me try to explain that. Okay. Now,
Okay, sir.
in our data, we will have what? Rows and columns, right? That's it, right? So
Yes, sir.
let me illustrate something like that with uh, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, this is row 1, right? Is it row 1 or row 0? Anyone that you choose, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If we wanted to access this data, this is like, how should I put it? Okay, I'll call it 0, 1, 2, right? Row 0, row 1, row 2. There is also what?
Yes.
Column 0, column 1, column 2. Okay. So this next skips the first row. So if you were to do like that, it means it wipes out this row and then it starts from this one. Then now it goes to this row. This is row 1, but we can still access what? Column 0 of row 1, column 1 of row 1, and column 2 of row 1. So what we are trying to access here are the columns, not the
Columns, not the
rows.
rows.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Um,
And then another thing
mhm.
for the class today.
For
uh
the for the
I
class.
got lost. The question now is for the class today.
Okay, come again.
I said the question I want to ask now is for the today's class.
Okay, sure. Let me go there.
Okay, sir. I got completely lost in the whole algorithm that we are following for this generate report. I don't know if sir, if you just run through the algorithm, like what
Okay. So the first thing about this generate report is what exactly do we want to generate? Okay, that's the first thing. What do we want to
okay,
generate? Now, I gave you people a sample file, okay, that is going to answer that question. What did the sample file have? First of all, it
the
has a table, right? It has a table that is showing the student ID, the student name, the course ID, the course name, the grade, and then indicate whether it's a pass or a fail. That is the first thing that it wants to generate. Then after that, we have the second part that generate general statistics. Let me go there. Where is it? Generates general statistics about the total number of students, the total number of courses, the total number of grades, then the total number of students who passed, the total number of students who failed, the percentage pass, and the percentage fail. That is the next thing that we are supposed to capture in that our generate report. Okay. Then the other part is to capture statistics per course. For each course, how many students sat for that course? How many students have grade for that course? How many students passed and how many failed? Okay. So because of that, that is why I had a lot of initializations. I had to calculate the total number of students. That's part of the general statistics. Okay. I had to calculate the total number of students. I had to calculate the total number of courses. I had to calculate the total number of grades. That's where still part of the additional statistics.
okay.
Then, with respect to the course statistics, right? The
Okay.
course statistics is this part down. That stores each course, the students, each course, the student name, is it the student name, the course name, the total number of students for that course, the total number of students who pass, and the total number of students who fail. So I initialized something similar to that. This is like a structure of how that is supposed to look like. The course ID, the total number of students who sat for that course, I set it to 0. The total number of students who passed, I set it to 0. The total number of students who failed, I set it to 0. That is like for all the courses. That's why I said for course ID in serve the courses. So it's going to do this like 10 times. There are going to be 10. That's why somewhere I printed out this call start at the beginning so that you should see the structure. It is just an initialization to show you that that is how it is supposed to look like. Then I also have the report data that is supposed to present the data in this format. Uh, the student ID, student name, course ID, course name, grade, and whether pass or fail. That is the reason for this initialization as well. So it's just a header that I've done. Now I want to capture all of this data in one loop. So within this loop, right, I'm trying to capture everything about that data. So if you notice, as I go through the grades, I get the student ID because the grade has what? The grade has the student ID, it has a course ID and the grade. So as I go through for grade in self.grade, I get the student ID, I get the course ID. Then, according to our report, what is it having? It's also having the student name, right? And the course name. That is why still within, I'm trying to get the student name. How do I get the student name? Student name is equal to, I look for that student storage because there's a dictionary that is storing students. I look for a student that has that particular ID. That's why I have here students at the index of student ID. I grab the name. Because if I were to print the, let me go to students. You see that the student has the ID, it has the name, and it has the age. So if I want to capture by the age, uh, I'll come here and instead of capturing the name, I'll capture but the age like that. Okay. All of this is because I want to present data in this format. I want one part that is going to store data like this. So that's what I'm trying to do here. So that's why I'll get the student name. And I'll do same for course name by going to the course table and looking for a particular course ID and bringing out the name for that course ID. So that's why I'm capturing this data. Then I have now the last part of that our dictionary that is saying that whether pass or fail. Now it is going to be a pass if the grade is greater than our pass mark. We initialize the pass mark here and set it to be 50. So it's going to be a pass if the grade is greater than a pass mark, else it is going to be a fail. That's why this line is here. Then if we had a pass, we are going to increment the total number of students who pass. That's the pass count that we initialize here and set to 0, right? We are going to increment it by 1 if we encounter the pass. We are also going to the course stat. We initialize this to store the statistics for each course. For that particular course ID, I'm going to set the pass count. I'm going to increment it by 1 as well. That's why I have here pass count is equal to is pass count plus 1. I increment it by 1 and then I go within the course statistics and also increment the pass count by 1 if for that particular course I encountered a pass. If I encountered a fail, I'll do the reverse. I'll set the fail count to increment it by 1 and also do the same within the course statistics table. So within this loop, I am incrementing these three values. These three values here at once. So that is what I have. Then at the end, I will now look at this other initialization report data. I'll now append student ID, name, course name, grade, and remark to the report data list. You notice we initialize a report data list and set but just the header. So for each of the grade, I'm going to append they analyze data as well. So like I said, this particular method alone is capturing a lot of things. That is why you have a lot of computations in here, trying to check whether it's a pass or fail, trying to increment the pass count or fail count, trying to also update the course statistics. That is what I have here. So just within between line 89 and line 102, I'm trying to do all of these things here. Okay. And then all of that is already done. What is here is just me trying to structure the data, set it to a certain list, and then print it in a tabulated format. And then for the core statistics as well, print it in a tabulated format. So the real thing, the real deal goes by here. Miss Shu. Shu, you were the one asking it now.
Yes, sir.
Have I lost you again? Or are you trying to get the idea?
Yes, I'm trying to get the idea. Follow the code later.
Yeah. So probably you should try to go through the code. Though this time people are going to pay me for my code, but no worries. It's not much money. Okay, yeah. So that's what I wanted to do. The reason I sent you people this was so that you should know exactly what is expected. Okay. Let me even put this in a preview way so that you see. So it's like an Excel sheet. You see all the students. Then you also have the section that previews the other statistics, additional statistics, right? And it also has the section that previews core statistics. That is literally what we have been trying to do since appending pass or fail, uh, getting the pass fail percentage for all the courses. Then for a particular course, we are producing an analysis of the total number of students who sat for the course, total number of students who passed that course, total number of students who failed that course. You could add another column to say percentage pass, percentage fail. That is up to you. Okay. Josiane, hey, Shu, is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Probably maybe you should go through, I hope I'm recording. Probably you should go through this video again and again. Maybe you can get the idea. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Josiane, you were sleeping.
Hey, sir.
If you look at your WhatsApp, I've already attacked you while you are sleeping in my class.
Sir,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not seeing anything.
You're not seeing anything.
You're asking me said if I look at my WhatsApp.
No, don't look at your
I'm
WhatsApp.
not seeing anything.
It's okay. Were you following up? Or you were also lost, too lost?
So I already told you my problem in the beginning, since yesterday.
Okay. You people have to fasten your belt. Marilyn, Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get it?
Now I understand what you. What's it? Mm, Now I understand what you want for the task. It
Okay,
was
cool.
not very clear. You
Oh,
just said generate.
no, but I sent you people a
And I
sample,
asked
right?
Josiane and asked to Josiane what I am supposed to do. And she's also lost like me.
No, that was the reason I sent this file so that you people should know what you have to generate. Did you people go through the report.csv that I sent? Because if people went through it, you'll know exactly what I want. See, additional statistics, core statistics. I sent you people this file earlier so that you people should know what is expected. But it's fine. Probably people did not understand it.
I see this file, but not at the end of this file. I just see the header and the middle, but I never see the start at the end.
You see, it did not take time to go through it.
So I actually opened the file.
And then what happened?
I went through.
You got
Then
lost.
I just, I'm like, so
Okay.
I could not completely understand because
You got lost yesterday.
Yes, sir.
But seriously, where did you really get lost yesterday? We all the methods that we implemented, the only thing that caused the problem was probably this top student.
So
I
for
mean,
me,
oh, for you was
I have
everything
to. No, 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 no.
okay.
I have to sit down
hmm
and study on my own.
Nah, that's nice though. Yeah.
Then, then now, if I have any issue before,
You see, this thing like this, it's not just about you attending this classes. You have to put more effort. I mean, like very much effort, so much effort. Because if it's just the classes, then you will not, you might not get the entire thing, even within the end of 3 months or even 6 months. Okay, so you people need to actually add. We have classes how many times a week? You could spend the other days, at least spend some 1 hour trying to research something and so on. Another thing that I wanted to mention is that in data analysis, you must really put yourself at the state to think. Okay, you must put yourself at the state to think. You should be able to analyze and know exactly what is expected. Try to look for ways to do that. The ways to do that must not necessarily be like you trying to think code. Try to think of, if you were to use a pen and a paper, how will you do it? Then you try to put those things in a form of code. Seriously, that's the approach. Particularly for data analysis. It's not bonbon. You get right? Hmm?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Now the thing is, all of these things, like I said yesterday, when you start using pandas and numpy and all of the other things like loading data from CSV file, trying to print it by a particular column is not going to be a big deal for you because you are just going to call methods. But these core things that we are doing right now are very important because if you know them, you will really know how to manipulate your data. It's really very necessary. So that's why we are spending a lot of time doing it. Like a lot of time. Mhm. Are we hearing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah, I would really love all of you to continue this data analysis and end the the training. But it seems some of you are already giving up. Who is trying to give up already? Who is already having in mind to give up? If you put your hand out, if you put your hand up, I'll remove you from this call. Dear, are you there? Josiah, want me to remove you from the call?
No, sir. No, no, no.
Was that the question? Do you have a question?
No, sir. That's the question.
Okay. Well, like we are saying, you try to go through it again. I'll still send my code to you people, and then you people go through it and um
Thank you.
thank me. Oh, like I said, you people should try to implement this export data. It's not supposed to be too complex right now. The analysis has already been done here, and if you notice, I've already returned the analyzed data. What I want you to do is just to write the analyzed data to a CSV file like this. That's all I want from you. Okay, for this report, this export report. So I just want you people to complete this. You can do it tomorrow, and then on Monday we discuss about it, right? And then also do the sales analyzer. That one I'm not doing it. You people have to present that one yourselves, and I'm not going to correct it. So you have to discuss amongst yourself, and I'll just come and supervise the discussion. Mm.
Yay. About to go down. Yes. Yay.
It's about oh God. it's going to be awesome, very awesome. Yeah, I'm going to supervise now, Shu. Like, just come and sit and then hear you people talking. And then when you over go off topic, I bring you people back, right?
Wow, so you know that we go up.
I know that's
So
what.
what if we don't go off topic? What will you do?
Me, I'll just sit there now.
Uh-uh. So if we don't go off topic, you're just supposed to leave the call for us now.
No, I cannot leave the call. I'll be there. I'll be there. Hear what Shu is saying, that I should come on my own code in case. People are not nice, not at all. So if I were to put this on Jupyter Notebook, let me just copy this and let me duplicate the file or create a new file called. Don't worry, we are done. I'm not doing anything. Grade analyzer .ipynb. That's for Jupyter Notebook, and I'm going to paste my code here. See, it's a whole bunch of code though. Tabulate, and then let me try to run it. Python environment, Python 3.12. Let me see what it's going to produce. So you see, it literally produces a lot, but it couldn't print all of that data. If you notice, it tells you output truncated, something like this, and there we go. So can I even scroll through this? Yeah. So you see, it is being previewed here. Okay, this is the use of Jupyter Notebook. At least you print it out in a way that you like, not on terminal. Okay. Did all of us even get a Jupyter Notebook installed?
So I installed an account now.
Oh
That's
yeah,
maintenance.
an account. But you don't know how to go around it.
Yes.
Oh wow. It's fine. We will try to do it together. From next week, Monday or even Wednesday, we'll start getting into data science, okay, and data analysis. Get the concepts and then we'll start doing practice. All of what you people will be doing are things that we've already done. Probably Python programming, how to use them now in your code, how to call the methods of a particular class, all of those things. Okay. So that's not going to be it's going to be difficult, but people have to follow through.
So I'm seeing that it's time for someone to come into class with food.
Now it's time for somebody to,
Start coming to class with food.
yeah, please be coming to class with food and drinks. Let's even start thinking of offline class. I laughed.
Well, babe.
Please don't mind me. Okay, yeah, so that's what we have. Um, Try to go through it again, please. I am begging you people to go through it. Hmm? You get now?
And so thanking you for
Thanking me for what?
sending the code.
The Lord is your shepherd, my dear,
And my strength.
and your strength, and your, how they call it again. Which one? Which one like that again?
In whom shall I rely?
Okay. Your rock and your salvation. You get it?
Get it first.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to share my code with you people as usual. The nice me that I am. Oh, so yeah, I don't even know which one that is supposed to be, but it's probably this one. Okay, so there we go. Yeah, feel free to do it. So I'm done. Let me stop recording before Josiah now start talking off topic and then enters the recording.